Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of Brewing Live, filling your digital cup with great stuff. This is your 30 days exploration journey, filling your digital cup with great stuff and igniting your space with opportunities for impact, income, and influence. Decaf Coffee Republic brings you this Brewing Live 30 day series in partnership and collaborations with people from Coach A Coaching Club. And right now, we are already on our episode 5. And today, we're going to be talking about mastering difficult conversations. So, I'd like to invite you right now to tune in. Okay, hop in there. Have a beautiful weekend lunch with your family members. And if you're still in the workplace, have a beautiful conversation, lunch conversations, and allow me to join you in your lunch conversations. Do me a favor, share the link, tag some friends, invite some family member, people you love, and those people you specifically know is going through tough conversations every single day. During this time of pandemic, a lot of us is going through tough conversations day in, day out. And a lot of us is also having some difficulties in conversations that we're having with our family members, with people we love, simply because of all the stress that we're getting from external sources. So today, I'd like to go through and dive into this topic that I know can bring a lot of clarity, can help you really level up. Okay, and the way that you do things. Okay, see, if this is the first time that you're joining us, this is episode 5, and so I'd like to invite you to watch the replay of episodes 1 to 4. You can check it here at Decaf Coffee Republic. You can also check it in Life Coach Philippines or visit my YouTube channel, Coach A and Coach AI Connect. Don't forget to subscribe so you can also be notified just in case in the following days you miss to tune in on a specific time. This Brewing Live 30 day series is coming into you on a different time slot. It is just my preference to come in every lunch because I want to join you during your lunch break. However, there are fellow coaches and entrepreneurs who will be joining me and sharing with you great stuff for the coming days. And starting off on Monday, Coach Sean will be taking the stage, will be taking the moment to share with you great stuff from his vault of experience and expertise and really coming from his heart. So just in case you are not available to come in and tune in and join us live, although that's something that we truly appreciate, you know that all the replays can be found in the same page, okay, and channels where you got this particular episode. So today, as we go through the 5-step process to master difficult conversations, I'd like to invite you really to make yourself known. If you are joining me for the past 4 days and this is your 4th day, if you are a change agent, you are a certified life coach from the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, let me know in the chat box below and let the people know that you're here and you're joining and advancing our professions by bringing great stuff in this digital space. If you are also somebody from our Coach A Coaching Club, Yahoo, congratulations. We've finished our 12 weeks in a journey and we are now 8 weeks away from the finish line of track 1. So let the people know that you have been investing in your continuous education, in your practice of being an entrepreneur, in the way that you're honing your skills. By the way, for those of you who's interested to know what is Coach A Coaching Club, please get in touch with Coach Rezzhel, 0917-586-1661. Coach A Coaching Club is open for membership of Batch 2 until Sunday, okay? And we are officially opening the club. Our first live coaching call is happening this coming Tuesday. So you still have a lot of time. You still have time to join in, to hop in. Coach A Coaching Club is open to everyone, to every entrepreneurs and every life coaches, even if you are not certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. This is our endeavor. This is our effort. This is our initiative. My personal advocacy to help entrepreneurs and fellow life coaches to advance in terms of income, impact, and influence. Decaf Coffee Republic is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. We are in existence for over 3 years, and we exist initially to inspire people and help transform lives. But right now, we are advancing life coaching, and we believe that if you get coached, you will live a transformed life. So our battle cry is be coached, be transformed, and we would like to invite you physically to visit our physical space from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Okay? We're not closing the shop. We're not closing the physical space because we want to help you to with the space that we're providing right now so you can have a space for yourself. You have a moment for you to reflect on. Now, we still operate 24 by 7. We are limited by the physical space operations because of the quarantine. However, we continue to operate 24 by 7. So just in case you need any coaching service, you need somebody to speak through your concerns, problems, especially during the wee hours of the night. You don't have to sleep over your problem. Just get in touch with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661. If you happen to dial the number and it's busy because it is not a call center, it's a personal number that Coach Rezzhel is really taking care of. In case the number is busy, you can send a message to Coach A. You can send a message to Life Coach Philippines. You can drop me a message also at Adet Purto, and definitely we will get you connected with a certified life coach who can help you with your needs any time of the day, any days of the week. If you are also one person who have a lot of people in your organizations, you are a business leader, you are a fellow entrepreneurs, and you seem to be encountering a lot of concerns from your employees, and you yourself is already being challenged with how the pandemic is continuously hitting our business, I invite you to have a personal conversations with me. It is a personal invitation from Coach A. Okay, you can just simply connect and have your booking at Coach A page, and that would be my complimentary service for you as my fellow entrepreneurs. If you are also a certified life coach, if you have been trained by other institute and you're having a difficulty right now to jumpstart your coaching professions, you're struggling to get clients, you don't know how to get started, and you don't even know how to attract the right clients, okay, to transact and for you to serve and to appreciate what you're doing, let's have a conversations, and I will help you get your feet on the ground and get started with my 5-step process that will surely immediately jump you from where you are right now to a state where you start getting results and start really monetizing the coaching skills, expertise, and specializations that you have right now. Get your pen and paper. We're getting started. Let me know in the chat box below where you're coming from. Okay, to everyone who's coming from different parts of the globe, for all of you change agents, tagging your friends, tagging your fellow club mates, cluster mates, fellow people, genius classmates from Upskills. Thank you so much for helping and for advancing. Okay, if you want to join the club, just get in touch with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661. And you can also watch the episode on entrepreneurial creativity and productivity. So you get to learn. That was, I guess that's my 3rd episode. And you learn what is it, the essence of it. But really get in touch with Coach Rezzhel. Have a conversation, have a strategy session, have a discovery session so you get to understand how the club can help you level up with no time delay. Get your pen and paper and be intentional to get nuggets, wisdom, insights, all right? We call it pack my bag moment. Normally, typically, if we attend conventions, seminars, okay, and trainings, we go to a place, we have our bags, all right? And during the normally it's an entire day conversations or training and seminars, with the whole of it, at a certain point in time, we get nuggets, we got learnings, we got, something that is so profound, and we get to say, that's it, I got my thing for the day. Bawi na ako, I got what I paid for, and I can pack my bag and go home. Okay, obviously that's not my intention. It's not my intention for you to go home and live the conversations that you're having with me right now. But what I wanted is for you to be very intentional, to get your nuggets, to get your wisdom, to get your insights, and to get really great inputs from the conversations. I'd like to honor your time, your digital space. I'd like to honor your trust that you are giving to me. And so I want you to be very intentional to get something from today's discussions. If you want also to put a context to your pack my bag moment, you can also add this hashtag Decap Brewing Live. Okay. Our core team, our fellow change agents, our fellow club mates from Coach A Coaching Club normally check on these hashtags and they find you. And normally there are concerns, conversations that get started, and you might not be ready to discuss it with us. But if you post these hashtags, if you post this nuggets of wisdoms or concerns, we get to see you, we get to find you, and we can start the conversations with you. Okay, so let's get started. I'd like you to give me, okay, for this afternoon, I'd like you to give me your thoughts, your impressions, and what comes to your mind when you hear the word conversation. Okay, so put it in the chat box below, put in the comment and say, conversation is. Conversation for me is. Okay, so what is conversations to you? When you hear the word, let's have a conversations. Let's have some time. Okay, so let's have focused conversations. What comes to your mind? Okay, so or when you are about to have a conversations with someone, what is it really that you are feeling? What is it really that you are anticipating? Okay, let me know in the comments. Okay, your thoughts, your ideas about conversations. I'd love to hear from you. By the way, these conversations, this 5-step process to mastering the conversations is actually a preliminary of my full course on conversations, mastery on conversations. So that inputs of yours would really help me. And if you are interested in the very nitty gritty, so just in case you're interested with mastery, mastering your conversations, okay, let me know also in the comment below so we will get to notify you when the masterclass is available. I know that a lot of people is having, challenges with conversations. So this is something that I want to dive in. This is one thing that I want to help our tribe. I want to help my people. I want to help the people who's following me with. So let me know in the chat box if you are interested to learn and to master really, okay, the skills, the art, the science of beautiful conversations, not just difficult conversations, but really conversations that converts, conversations that gives you the things that you want in life, conversations that really makes you fulfilled in this journey to getting your purpose in alignment with the way you live your life today. If this is the first time you're meeting me, this is the first time that you are seeing me in the digital space, I am Master Coach A. You can find me in Facebook, Adet Purto, okay? And my full name is Bernadette Oblena Purto, just in case you want to know my full identity. You can check me on Facebook with Adet Purto in my timeline. Okay, I'm a professional certified life coach and I help individuals, specifically entrepreneurs and coaches, to create impact, income, and influence through the platform of life coaching. I have a signature 5-step process that help people go through this process and achieve this. I have also my Coach A Coaching Club, and I have a lot of classes, a lot of courses and master classes that can help you journey with this. I have also coaching bundles that can take you from where you are right now towards the mastery of the clarity, mastery, and starting with the clarity of the things that you want to dive in and to get started in your life. You and I, all of us, no exceptions, wants to create an impact in this world. We want to leave our legacy. We want to be sure that we are creating something in this space, and that's what we call impact. Okay, so that's something that I help people a lot to get started. Okay, you don't have to be nearing your debt. You don't have to be getting this notice pink slip that your days is counted and limited, and and you're supposed to be going somehow somewhere in a near future to get started. Okay, right now, right here, if you start to see the value that you are creating, you just have to get into alignment how you can create massive impact in the space that you occupy right now. In terms of income, I help individuals monetize their talent, convert their talent so that they can use it as a source of income, not just income, but greater income. Finally, no one in this world wants to be insignificant. And significance, we feel it when we're starting to influence the people we love, the people we value, and the space that we occupy. So if these three things matters to you, if these three things connects with you, let's have a conversation. Drop me a message, send me a private note. Let's start a conversations because this is the best time for you to leverage in the pandemic and amidst all the crisis. You are up on a great opportunity to level up in your career and your personal and professional growth is up next. I'm the global partner of the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneur, and the institute is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. The woman, the beautiful person beside me in the picture is Master Coach Lakendra. She is our CEO. She's the founder of the institute, and uh, together we are moving globally to reach 1 million certified life coaches. If you are one person whom you know in your heart you are called to coach, you are called to be an agent of change. You have a big heart for transformation. You are one person who wants to do more, and be a catalyst, be a guide, be a helper, and somebody who wants to live life to the fullest, then I invite you to join our tribe, be part of the coaching revolutions, be part of what we're doing not only in the Philippines but globally. So the same number you have to call 0917-586-1661, and definitely Coach Rezzhel, our operations manager, would be glad to welcome you and have a strategy and discovery sessions with you. Lastly, I am the founder and chairman of P165 Worldwide Food and Beverage Unlimited Corporations. Presently, we are doing business as Decaf Coffee Republic. This very space, this very space that's offering you this great stuff in the digital space. Okay, we are the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. Once again, we invite you to visit our coffee shop. We are not just a coffee shop, we provide a place where you can connect with yourself, you can be quiet. We've got a lot of books for you. Okay, if you want to feel your food, have some food for thoughts, okay, we've got it covered for you. If you want to have some conversations with people who understands your season in life and can help you really move or fill the gap in your lifestyle, Decaf Coffee Republic is the place to go to. We are located physically in front of Bayanihan Center. We are inside PC or Pioneer Center. This is along Pioneer Corner, Brixtons and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. So we're gonna be very excited. We're excited to welcome you inside the place. We are also doing delivery services of coffee, cakes, waffles, and of course our vegan food for your healthy lifestyle. Okay, if you are one person who wants to transition and to shift to a plant-based meal, then we can also get you started with that. All right, so conversation. Okay, so I'm trying to read. Okay, so I have my screen on the side and I'm able to see some people putting their comments. So keep your comments coming. I want to understand, I want to hear, I want to see, and I'm excited to hear what is your idea about conversation. So when you hear the word conversation, what to you is conversation? Now, okay, I you can find this in the internet. You can search this in Google. You can find this conversation is the use of speech, all right, for informal exchange of views or ideas, basically information. That's what this learntopronounce.com have to say. You can also see in the internet, okay, conversation is a noun. Okay, it says it's an oral exchange of sentiments observations, opinions, ideas. If you are connecting with any of the descriptions, any of the ideas about conversations that I'm showing you right now, drop me a comment and say connecting coach. Okay, and let me know if this is something that you are also in agreement or in alignment with. It says also that conversation is an informal discussions of an issue by representative of governments, institutions, or group. An exchange similar to conversations. So anything that there is an exchange of words, ideas, or thoughts. So what about this? It's a communication by two or more people, or sometimes with oneself. This one I love. You realize you're having a conversations with yourself oftentimes, and um, self-talk. Yeah, you're not weird. You're not the only persons doing the self-talk that we do this. So we have our self-conversations. Okay, about the particular topic. Conversation is also a pooling of information, the sharing of interests, the bringing together of ideas. So what among these conversation statements connects with you? Let me know in the chat box. Now, I want to share with you this post by Judith Glaser, a conversational intelligence. On conversational intelligence, she said, today's definition is this. Conversation goes deeper and it's more robust than simple information sharing. Remember, earlier definition speaks of information sharing. Now, Judith speaks of this is deeper, where conversations is dynamic, interactive, and inclusive. They evolve and impact the way we connect, we engage, interact, and influence other people. This is the power to move us from power over others to power with others. I love this beautiful statement. And let me repeat that again. From power over others to power with others. It means that if we do the conversations right, and if we understand truly the power of conversations, we are amplifying our own powers, because now we don't have to overpower other people, but we can move in power with them. So I hope that starts to excite you with this topic. And if there are people, okay, that not yet in the space, do really tag them and invite them and tell your friends. We're having some beautiful conversations. And if you are watching this on a replay, let me acknowledge you. Drop me a message if you have some questions and if you want to dive deeper into mastering the art, the science, the skills of powerful and winning conversations in life. Now, master difficult conversations in 5 steps. Okay, 5-step process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the 5 steps here is the container. Okay, the 5 steps here are really where I put all the informations, the guide points, the process, the questions in my conversation mastery program. And what I wanted to do today is to share the canister, the container, so that you get to understand. Okay, so do not be surprised in the near future. I'm going to be inviting you to hop in and join my conversation mastery. Okay, because I believe that is one masterclass that you will so enjoy having with me. Now, step number 1, let's get on this. Okay, so I would really appreciate, okay, connect, comment, and let me know if the thoughts is connecting with you. Okay, I learned from one of the gurus that, in a previous masterclass that I attended, that the best space to keep a nugget of wisdom, thoughts, and information is in your friend's head. And it's so beautiful that when we gather something, we process it and we post it and we share it, there is immediately an increase in value. So I really appreciate that whatever value you're getting from what I'm sharing right now, you type in there and you let me know how you are interpreting it, how you are receiving it, and how you are connecting with it. Thank you so much. All right. So visualize the conversation. Now, how many of you have this visual image of a conversation that even before you get into the conversation process, the actual conversations, you are visualizing that there is a thick wall between you and the person on the other line? How many of you, even before you start preparing, even before you get into the physical space, you are already anticipating, and the way you visualize a conversation is having a thick wall between you and the other person. Okay. And at difficult conversations, you get to validate that when you're there. But oftentimes you find yourself that you anticipate it by the visual image, by the way you picture the conversation. And you're thinking that there's like a thick, big wall, like super big wall. Okay. And sometimes that thick big wall is like murals, bricks that you can't just boom, you can just smash it off. And it's just there standing. Okay. So what about you having this visual image of a conversation that looks like this? Have something hard to say, but you're afraid you'll offend or hurt someone's feelings, say so. What's the problem with this statement is that, number one, you've started with visualizing that what you're saying is hard to say. And you're already putting in your visual image, okay, in your mental image, that you're afraid and that you're going to hurt someone else's feelings because what you're saying is hard. Okay? Is it something that you had an experience? Is it something that you can connect? Or maybe you know someone who's experiencing this. Okay. Oftentimes we experience this when we want to speak with the boss. We've got some proposals, or we want to share something with our spouse. We want some, approval or sympathy, or, or we want some paper. What about, you're barking and the other person is meow? What about that? And the other person or you is thinking that, oh my gosh, the word sounds difficult. I couldn't understand. I couldn't hear the diction. How many times you visualize a conversations to be between a dog and a cat? And the problem with the dog and cat conversations in our culture, okay, we have these thoughts that cats and dogs don't go together. Okay. Well, it surprised me because in our house, in my parents' house, dogs and cats goes together. They're friends. But I grew up in a culture and I grew up like the reality when you say you're like cat and dogs, that you're in a quarrel. Okay. So I'll tell you, a story. This is very personal. Many years back, I forgot what was the year, but there was this celebration anniversary with my boyfriend. He's my husband now. Okay. So I had this beautiful t-shirt printed, okay, where there is a dog and a cat. And there is an X. And what I wanted to say is that because the cat is so cute and, beautiful, whitey, and the dog is stern and, very commanding, I just want my boyfriend, now my husband, to feel that, hey, you're strong, okay, and I'm a cutie girl here, cutie cat, but there is no separations in the conversations. But when I gave that t-shirt as a gift to my boyfriend, now my husband, he gave me that kind of look. And what are you trying to say? And I was so confused. So I don't know. And I realized that because a lot of people think that when it's a cat and dog conversation, the conversations will not go well. So if you have those questions, if you have maybe some anecdotes, or maybe you can share some stories like that, drop me a message in there. What about when you hear this? We need to talk. And immediately, we need to talk means, oops, something is wrong. And you go into this conversation practice, okay, in this role playing in your mind automatically, and you're immediately practicing difficult conversations. Okay, is this something that you can connect? Is this something that you can relate with? Let me know. Now, let me give you these thoughts, an idea. What about if you can visualize that there is no difficult conversations, just a great and a good conversation? And a good conversation is a stimulating like black coffee. Okay. Now maybe it will not be served like this, okay, with your cream, okay, with your sugar, but it's gonna be served with its authenticity. Black. Well, I love my coffee black. No sugar, no creamer. So what if you shift and visualize the conversations like a black coffee? Good coffee, not great. So good conversation versus great conversation. How would it change? What about you visualizing that difficult conversations are important and it's doable? That you're having these difficult conversations because it is of importance. And yeah, because it is important, it can be difficult, but doable. How would the whole thing change in this stage? What about you thinking and visualizing that, yeah, okay, this is my color of space and that the color of space, but, you know, there is an overlap of space. There's going to be an overlap between my space and the space of the other person. And in that overlap, we could have a beautiful conversations. It could be difficult as others may seem and deem, or other people's standard says, or my experience could tell me it's difficult. But because there is an overlap in the space, then that is a space that we can own and really win, not from each other, but win together. How's that? And what about this? If you are a life coach, I want you to take a look at this. Difficult conversations are coaching opportunities. So, step one, visualize your conversations. How does it look like? Step two, work on clarity, because this is where many of us starts to fail deeper, further. Okay. How can I say this? Okay, so you're there, you visualize a conversation, step one, and now you're not clear yet what the conversation would be, and you're already thinking, how can I say this? And now you're on a panic. It's like asking these questions. How can I say I love you when I love you more than words I can say? Just say it, man. Just say I love you. You see, just mean it. Okay? But oftentimes, this is the way we're processing things in our brain. We say, like, okay, how can I say this? I want to say more. Just say it. Release it. Okay? So, we say, how do I talk to kids about privilege and fight for racial justice? We've got these questions. So, what if from questions, we dive into having clarity? We work on intentionally working on clarity. Say, I want to make the right decision. because I want to have a cure for my analysis paralysis. Because oftentimes you take it as an excuse that you cannot move forward because you're having a difficult conversation with your spouse, with your parents, with your bosses. What about you saying, I need to have clarity over this because I'm making the decisions to find a cure with my analysis paralysis? What about you realizing that you've got to end that from doubt to dominance? You have to move and kill that self-doubt that stops you from getting rich. You might be just doubting yourself. That's why you are not having clarity with the conversations you're having. Now, on this particular step, working on clarity, what I want to challenge you and invite you to really consider is this. Whenever you're having a conversation, be clear that your content, the content that you're bringing to the table, the message that you're expressing, the content that you are giving to the other person. In doing that, you are creating and distributing a high quality content. It means that you are sure within you, okay, that in these conversations that you're having, you're giving a high quality content. What about you having a clarity on the message, the essence, and the content of the conversations that you're having? Step number 3, get yourself centered. Now, I want you to be very clear with the definition. There's a lot of definitions that you can find in Google's about getting centered. Some people would say, some definitions would say that getting centered is leaving the conversations and just thinking about yourself. You're there, but you're no longer there. It's just about, okay. Let me just be very clear of what I want you to do with step 3. Get yourself centered. It means, okay, that you understand the present, that you are in the present. Okay, so I captured these tips. Okay, so definitely you can find a lot in the internet. And if you join my masterclass, I will be talking about a lot about getting centered. But here, breathe mindfully, regularly. Okay, so take a few minutes each day. Okay, I would recommend that you do this every hour or every 2 hours in between of your works. Like, really try to be in the moment. Okay, focus in the moment. Be aware of your emotional state. Take a moment to pause. Feel where you are out of context, where you are out of balance, where you are not connected. You are not connected with the source. You're not connected with God. You're not connected with your calling. You're not connected with your purpose. And you're having all these doubts. You're having all this negativity. And so when you are about to speak with someone, you're thinking that conversations will be difficult. It's because to begin with, you're difficult with yourself. Ground zero. Like, to begin with, you're already difficult. So you are anticipating everything to be difficult. So at this stage, I want you to really be mindful. Okay, what are your words? What are your feelings? What are you thinking? Get centered yourself. Even before you get to the conversation, get centered. This is not a one-time deal. This is a process. This is a continuous process. So continue working on yourself. Be mindful. Because oftentimes, it is your emotions, it is your assumptions, your prejudices, your biases that you bring in the conversations, and what makes the conversations very difficult. So, if you are aware of your present state, you will be very mindful of how the conversations would be. So, do this regularly, but be mindful that this is part of your process. Number 4, do mental shifts. Okay, now there are a lot of mental shifts, okay, that I will be sharing with you inside the masterclass. There's a lot of mental shift or mindsets that you can find also in the internet. But I captured this but from the internet. I think this is very simple, and I want to show you some, four. Okay, it says here, try to make a mental shift from thinking that this person is a difficult person to difficult situation. So maybe you're having a difficult conversations, a hard conversation, not because the person is a difficult one, not a difficult individual, but because the situation is just difficult. When you go through grief, when you go through some deaths in the family, when you go through hospitalization cases, that's a difficult situations. And emotions can rise up. People, can be reacting in a different ways to that, not because the person is a difficult person, but it's just that you are both in a difficult situation. What about advocating? Okay, for your position too. Okay, so from advocating for your position, who you are, what you are, to advocating for your interests. So, example, okay, instead of saying, I'm the boss here, I'm the leader here, I'm the senior here, which is your position, towards saying, what I intend to do. My interest is to protect you. My interest is for us to advance. So now you're shifting from position to the interest, and you're allowing the ego to go down, to rest. Because sometimes it's the ego embedded in our positions that really getting into the way for us to have beautiful and great conversations with people. What about shifting from be proven right to be effective? This is where a lot of people struggles because I'm right. Yeah. Oftentimes I would say you want to be right at the expense of losing a relationship. I would say change the direction from being right to being effective. That's why in our institute, we do the things that we do not only professionally, but being effectively, because we care for being effective. So, yeah, you could be right, but the manner that you are conversing with the other person is not effective. So maybe there is a disconnect in language, disconnect in culture, disconnect in a lot of things. What if you work on being effective? And finally, move from personality or style to change their behavior. People can be very stern, people can be, having all this personality. But if we work on changing the behavior, improving our behavior, we will start seeing alignment in the things that we do. We can keep our personality, our makeup, who we are, the way it is, because, yeah, that's your personality. But definitely, you can make a decision to behave in a way that will make you win a conversation. Step number 5, commit to succeed, which is very important. There's a lot of things that if you're going to be asked, did you know? You will say, I don't know. And it's the same thing with mastering conversations. What makes it difficult is because there's a lot of things that we don't know about conversations. There's a lot of things that we don't know about the human being, the way a person reacts, respond. And so, on the last stage, on the last part of the process, I just want you to commit to succeed. Commit to the success of each and every of your engagement, regardless of what kind of engagement, whatever it is, commit that you would do whatever it takes to find success in it. That's the very reason why I am so passionate about life coaching. Because in life coaching, every conversations matters. In every conversations, we're able to help people find their visions, get clarity, being aware of where they are right now, reflect on the things that hinders them to get at the results that they want, and obviously We help people make the commitment. Life coaching or coaching is a skill that you can use in whatever endeavors you are right now. And right now, in this global state, in this global pandemic, this is the best time that you start getting deeper in the conversations with people. And people don't want to be told, they don't want to get instructions. They're bombarded with it, but they want an opportunity to reflect. They want an opportunity to think things through themselves. And we do that with a powerful coaching conversations. We don't give advice as coaches, but we hold a space for people to hear themselves, to reflect on their thoughts, so that in the end, they can make the right choices and decisions to fill in the gap from where they are today to where they want to be. If you have questions, post them below. Give me some chats, give me some comments, give me some love, give me your nuggets, your wisdom. Hashtag pack by my bag moment. I want to see that being posted. Let's be a blessing to many, carrying to share. Sharing is to care. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 6. Thank you so much. Have a great week and bye bye. Love and boom.